of all, I would like to introduce you to Sammi Jo. She says hello to everybody. She's the main character. You guys know what character means, right? Yeah. Okay, so what does that mean? You. Good job. Good job, that's perfect. This is Screech. He's also a character in the book. He's not the main character. It's mostly about Sammi Jo. But those of you who have been reading the book know that Sammi Jo has been following clues to try and find a new friend. Why is she trying to find a new friend? Somebody who has read the book, or who is reading the book. Perfect. So she's lonely, right? Good job. You're really paying attention. So for those of you who have not read the book, Sammi Jo is an only child. I mean, she has no brothers and sisters. Her parents are writers, and they go to the shore, which is what they call the beach up in the east, on the East Coast. They always call it the shore for some reason. And they're staying at their cottage, which is something else they call it on the East Coast. Instead of just a house on the beach, it would be their cottage on the shore. Okay, so that's what we talk about in the book, is the cottage on the shore. They go there every summer, where her parents write their books, and Sammi Jo normally has her friend Kara to go with her. This year, Kara can't go. So Sammi Jo is very, very upset, thinking she's going to be really lonely and bored while she's having to spend the whole summer on the beach with her parents who are going to be writing and nobody to play with. So, some of you have already read up to this point, but for those of you who haven't, she has a couple of adventures on the way to there. She lives in a boarding school. Okay, and a boarding school is a place where children live. They don't live with their parents. They go to school and live there. A lot of times that's because parents are extremely busy, and so they send their children to this place to live. Pardon me? Okay. They go to this place to live because in Sammi Jo's case, her parents travel all over the world promoting their books. So they don't have, she can't stay at their house. So she lives at boarding school, she eats there, she exercises there, she plays there, she does her homework there for 9 months out of the year. And then for the 3 months of summer, her parents come home and go to their apartment in New York City for a week, where she gets to do all sorts of fun things. They go to Central Park, which is a big park in New York City. They go to the zoo, they do all sorts of stuff, and then they start on their adventure to the beach. So this year, on the way to the beach, they find a circus, just along the side of the road. So they stop to see why in the world there's a circus along the side of the road, which is crazy, right? And it turns out that it's because they're waiting for one of their big elephants to have a baby. So they can't keep going because they don't know when she's going to have this baby. So they're just parked there with their tent up, practicing. Well, because Sammi Jo and her parents stopped by, they got to have a tour of the whole circus and meet the lions, which of course she didn't get at the lions. I know.
Addison.
And meet the fans and the trapeze artists and just have a really fun time. And while they were there, the elephant had her baby. So Sammi Jo got to be one of the first people ever to meet the little teeny tiny baby elephant. So then they had to go. And they finally arrived at their house. At their what? Their house? Thank you. At the beach. The beach? Thank you. That's right. Their cottage at the shore. And something they always do on their first night at the shore every year is they have a bonfire. And they cook hot dogs and s'mores. Who does not know what a s'more is? You don't know what a s'more is? Okay, well, I'll tell you that. A s'more is when you have a bonfire or a fire of any sort and you roast your marshmallows on a stick, chocolate and graham crackers. That's a s'more. Why is it called s'more? Because you want some more. That's right. Okay. Boys and girls, look this way. Thank you. Okay, so they get to their house, they unpack their car, they start their bonfire, and they're roasting their hot dogs when all of a sudden they hear this enormous splash coming from the ocean.
The shore.
Well, in this case, it actually is the ocean. The shore is the beach that you walk along. The ocean is the ocean. Water. But they can't figure out what it is because it's really loud. It sounds like it must be something huge. And so they jump and they look, and then they, whatever. A few minutes later, splash again. So Sammie Jo goes running up to the house to get some big flashlights. And she comes back down and they look and they look, they still can't see anything. So they proceed to have their hot dogs and their s'mores and they go to bed. Sammie Jo's dad, Mr. Merriweather, he says that they'll look in the morning. In the morning they get up, they go searching the shore, trying to figure out what could have caused this. When something strange happens, again, a big stick just comes flying out of the ocean. You know, like a stick you throw for your dog? Yeah. Except for instead of you throwing it, it got thrown from the ocean. So they're really kind of, curious. What is it? Her dad says, oh, it was probably just got splashed up by a big wave or something like that. He does not think there's any mystery to solve here at all, but Sammie Jo does. She's starting to add things up. She's thinking, okay, so weird splashes that are not explained, a stick flying out of the ocean. This is kind of crazy stuff. So she's sure that there's a mystery to solve, and her dad says. So he goes back to the house. They can't find anything, and Sammie Jo decides to go exploring. And she finds other crazy things. She finds a very odd shell. Have you guys read about the shell?
Yes. Yeah.
So it's a very odd shell. It's not hard like a normal shell. It feels kind of soft, like leather. And it's all these really funny shades of purples and pinks and greens, just all swirly and iridescent looking. And so she knows there's something strange about it, but at this point she doesn't know what yet. So the place where I think most of you are is at the chapter A New Friend.
I can't, it's a simple
Which